Todd, you are too attractive to be acting this foolish.
I just chose someone else.
You know why?
And you're mad.
You know why? Because you said you're my number one priority.
You are my number one.
This is not number one priority, Marlon. Come on, I love that book.
Woo, getting heated. Welcome back. Joining me now from our LA studio is Ex on the Beach, Peak of Loves, Todd Maurer. How are you?
Good. How you doing? How you doing?
I'm doing well. Okay, hopefully this conversation will go a little bit better than that one we just saw. How cold was it in those New Zealand mountains?
Oh, it was super cold. I mean, thank God we had like blankets and a ton of beds, but it was super cold. But, you know, that's the point. They want to get us all comfy and cozy and needing someone to hang on to, so
yeah,
it worked.
Well, that's true. It's cuffing season. Are you a fan of the snow or the cold at all, or are you more of a warm weather type of guy?
No, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, so I'm used to the cold and, you know, the cold weather and all 4 seasons. So, you know, I came prepared, lots of layers.
Well, that's a good thing. Well, let's get right into last week's Peak of Love, because there was a lot of drama between you and Marlon, but he's still making his choice. Let's watch.
Or do you stand with Todd?
I mean, I have a lot of love for him. I don't want to X him out of my life, but the history I have with him is like, it's good and bad, but it's more good than bad. It makes it so hard because I just now got to a point to where now Lademi's letting those walls down a little bit, but it's almost like too late.
So, Todd, why do you think Marlon is so indecisive between you and Lademi?
I mean, as long as I've known Marlon, he, you know, he doesn't really wear his heart on his sleeve like as much as I do, or, you know, I think a lot of people do. I think he holds back. And I think he was just kind of torn with starting a new relationship with someone that, you know, he had sparks at the beginning, and then I came in the picture into the chalet, and, you know, we were trying to figure our shit out, and they were trying to figure their stuff out, and I think it was just kind of bad timing, but, you know, that's the chalet. It's like, it's kind of tests you and makes you really kind of have to figure out what you want in that moment before you leave the chalet. So, I don't know. We're very different in that way. And I think that's why we clash, me and Marlon.
Well, I'm curious, throughout the entire process, did you feel negatively towards Lademi in any sort of way?
No, you know, during the filming in the chalet, me and Lademi, you know, it was a little weird just because it was kind of like we were forced to be fighting for one person, and kind of this rivalry that was definitely just in the chalet and in the house. It was an unrealistic situation. And after the chalet, you know, we talked and we were saying, you know, we would actually be friends outside of the show. It's just circumstances. It just kind of made us, yeah, they were just pinning us kind of against each other. And, you know, we talked, we're good now. Looking back though, I will say that, you know, seeing kind of, knowing that I was hurting and knowing that seeing Marlon and me have this history and kind of have everything that we went through, I found it just a little disrespectful in my end, just because I don't know if I was looking at two people that have so much history and they were fighting for, you know, figuring out their situation. I would kind of stand back and let them figure it out, and that wasn't really the case. So, you know, it is what it is. I have no bad blood with her, and we're good, but watching it back definitely, you know, made me have feelings again for just kind of being back in the house and the stress and the anger that I was going through. But, you know, everything's good now.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear it. I mean, it is such a tough show because you're being vulnerable at the same time and also maybe fighting this power struggle. Do you think there is a double standard between Marlon and Lademi?
A double standard in what way?
I mean, just the fact that, I mean, listen, it's kind of 3 people coming together on odd man out. Do you think that maybe it being a typical heterosexual relationship versus maybe a homosexual one, is there a double standard on any of the, I don't know, what people might say about you?
I mean, yeah, there's always a double standard when it comes to, you know, like homosexual versus heterosexual relationships. But, you know, no, I think it was kind of even with just with everything that we kind of went through. I didn't see any double standards as far as, you know, the relationships that me and Marlon had, and Lademi and Marlon had, and me and Lademi's relationship. I was just more pissed that I came all the way to the peak to figure out, me and Marlon, and I was kind of caught off guard when, I wasn't chosen, because I feel like if you're going to say first priority, then, you have to show that first priority. Whether or not you say, you want to figure stuff out with Lademi, which he did tell me. He was very open about it, and he told me. But in my opinion, kind of saying that you're going to be someone's number one priority is, in that situation, picking that person for that date and really figuring out what it is that we're going to do. So that's what kind of set me in that kind of angry spiral that you saw. But, everything's good now.
Well, I mean, you're justified. I feel like he told you one thing, and you were made to believe that you were that. I mean, I think that for you wanted to be a priority, not an option. Am I right?
Yeah, I came to the house with one goal, and that was to figure out me and Marlon. Right. And, in that situation, that's kind of like, and I told him in the house too, look, if you're going to try to date other people in the house, like, I'll go. I don't need to be here.
Right.
I just came for you. I just came to figure out our situation. I'm not really here to play games or try to figure out, other relationships in the house, except for him. So that's, I think, kind of really what set me off.
Well, listen, it wouldn't be reality TV if they didn't throw some curveballs in. And later on, everyone had to take a lie detector test, and the results were kind of shocking. Let's watch that back.
Lademi, you were asked, do you want to date Marlon outside the chalet? You answered no. And the lie detector says, that's true.
He has a lot he needs to work on between him and Todd. In the moment, taking that test, no.
So Lademi doesn't want to pursue Marlon outside of the show. Do you think that this might be an opportunity for you guys to reconnect?
As far as me and Marlon goes now, I think we're probably better off friends for right now. I know he's got a lot going on. I have a lot going on. I'm in LA and he's in Texas, so it's hard to do the long distance thing. We did it for 2 years and it was hard, but we really tried. Marlon did kind of just up and disappear on me, and I feel, it hurt at the time, but I think we're in a good place. I think we're cool, we're cordial, but I think for me and Marlon, I think we're going our separate ways, and I think it's for the best.
You seem to have a really healthy attitude about it. I mean, do you think the lie detector results has made your relationship maybe stronger with Marlon, or maybe stronger in how you feel that your relationship is now? Did it clarify anything for you guys?
Well, all my results came back true. And that's because everything I said was true. I didn't lie in any tests, and I spoke my truth. But kind of seeing him kind of still fighting for Lademi, even though it was like my results came up true, and it was very obvious that I do love him, and I'll always love him. It was a little hurtful. It was kind of like, all right, I'm still standing here, and the results showed, that I was being very truthful in why I came to New Zealand and why I came to the chalet. But that's just me. I'm always going to be truthful. I'm always going to, there's no reason to lie about stuff. So yeah, it was a little weird,
yeah.
But.
Well, I mean, honestly, like,
Yeah.
your attitude towards everything is so calm, and it's kind of nice to see. It's very mature. But the final episode coming this week looks insane. Let's take a look at the preview.
Melted heart ceremony will be where you'll decide whether you're leaving with your ex, your nets, or simply alone.
I want to be completely honest with you.
All right, Todd, tell me, what can we expect from this coming episode?
Oh, it's a good finale. I will say that it's a very good finale. Lots of surprises. I think we all kind of know what's about to happen as far as Kellum and Georgia, but there's a lot of surprises as far as the other couples and kind of where everyone goes with, after leaving the chalet and the choices that they make. Are they going to stay with this person? Are they going to, maybe try something else? Or just, someone wants to leave single, and some people do leave single. So you'll just have to stick around and, this Thursday, watch the season finale. It'll be a good one.
Well, I cannot wait. Todd, thank you so much for chatting with me today. I really appreciate your honesty.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. X on the Beach, Peak of Love airs Thursdays at 9, 8 Central on MTV.